I'm just sharing my screen. You can come here. You can try now. Group. Servicenow administration. For example, again, I'm taking a bill tutor. Yes. Now, once we submit say request, first bill tutor's manager has to approve. Then Servicenow administration group member, any of one group member at least has to approve. Okay. I'm saying order now. Add user to group. I'm just opening RITM. You can check whom approval it went. Fred Ludy's approval. You can see the show workflow context. You can see it went for the manager approval. Yes. Now just manager reviewed and the manager is approving. Approve. So in real time, approvals will not do from here. So for example, now the approval went to Fred Ludy, right? Fred Ludy will open my approvals here, for example. Can open my approvals. Okay. So under self-service, we have my approvals. Okay. If we go to the my approvals, just removing the filter here, you can see create it. You can see Fred Ludy approved, right? So the approval will go to here and they will approve or reject. Okay. Now you can refresh this workflow context where it is now. It is ended. You can see. Begin manager approval, group approval, it is ended. So here we may made mistake. It has to go for approval, but it not went. It has to go for approval, but it has not went. We can check what happened. What is the issue with that activity? I'm closing it, closing it, closing it. I'm going to workflow editor. I'm just editing the workflow. Check out. Approval group. I'm going to approval group. You can see what's the mistake we did. CURRENT dot VARIABLES. There is no mistake here basically. CURRENT current dot variables VARIABLES dot GRY group. No, there is no mistake here. So I may add dot sysID. Okay, I may add dot sysID. I'm just updating it. Okay, group sysID I'm adding. Publish. Yes, Apple tutor is added. I'm just removing Apple tutor for my example. We have successfully edited the workflow and I'm submitting the request. We can see whether it will go to the group approval or not. Right. Service now. Okay, I'm selecting. Order now. So manager approval. Just manager approving the request. You can see. Again waiting for approval. Now it went for the group approval. Who are the members in the group? Servicenow administration. Who are there? Anji user and Anusha user. Any of them, any of one user has to approve this request. Then only able to join in this group. Maybe Anusha user approving the request. Yes, you can say close complete. Abel tutor is successfully added to Servicenow administration group. You can see this is the request. Okay. We can see the workflow context once. Show workflow. You can see and what path it went. Got it, everyone? Got it? I'm just closing this, closing this, closing this. Keep this, even we don't require this, even we don't require this. So if somebody want to approve the request, they must have approver underscore user role. They must have approver underscore user. If somebody, for example, if I want to approve any request, if I have approver underscore user role, then only I'm able to approve. Otherwise, it's not possible to approve from my end. Got it? Next, I'm going to, like for example, here manager rejects the approval. What happening? If manager rejects the approval, what happening? Manager rejects the approval. The process is canceling. Process is canceling. No, I don't want like that. Manager is canceling. I want to go again manager approval. I want to go again with the manager approval only. If he rejects. Otherwise, we can do one thing. We can do one thing. If manager rejects, okay, it's okay. You can close the process. If manager approves, and any of that group members rejected the request, I don't want to close the workflow. What it's need to be happen. So generally, if it is rejected, this also will add here 1 minute. Just checking out. If approval manager rejects the request, approval manager group approvals rejects the request. It has to go for manager approval followed by the group approval. So for that, I'm just using rollback activity. Rollback. I'm keeping here. Check manager approval again. Check manager approval again. I'm just keeping like this. Okay, rollback activity. If group manager rejects the request, I'm saying you can go to rollback activity. So from rollback activity, I'm saying you can go to the manager approval. From rollback activity, you can go to the manager approval. Now these workflow activities are clumsy, so we may order properly. Wait, you can see this should be good. This looks good. Okay, so you can see. If group members rejects the request, again I'm sending rollback, and again it will go for the manager approval followed by group approval. Okay, publish it. Add user to group. Try it. Service. Why it is not showing able tutor? We haven't removed the table tutor from the group. Okay, we haven't removed the table tutor from the group. This time I may add Abraham Lincoln. I'm saying order now. I'm going to RITM. Scroll down. Yes, it went for the manager approval. Abraham Lincoln's manager is Beth Angeline. Abraham Lincoln's manager is Beth Angeline. Yes, he is approving it. Scroll down. Now it went for the group approval. You can come and refresh here. What happening here? You can see. Yes, it should be in group approval activity. It should be in group approval activity. Okay. Now again, maybe Anusha user reviewed the request and she is rejecting the request. Anusha user rejecting the request. Anusha user is a group member. Anusha user rejected the request. You can see. Anusha user rejected the request. You can come and refresh here. What happened? You can see. What happened? Tell me what happened. Again, it went for manager approval. You can see if it is as color, restart it. If it is as color, restart it. You can see showing in as color. Again, it went for the manager approval. You can come and see. Yes, really, it went for the manager approval. Beth Angeline. Now, Beth Angeline is approving the request. Maybe this time, Anji user rejecting the request. Anji user rejecting the request. Again, it went for the manager approval. You can come and see. Again and again and again and again. Infinity times it went for the manager approval. Okay. If this group members approves the request, then only this request will be closed. Okay. If group members are rejecting the request, it will wait for the approval infinity times. Okay. Now you can come. So maybe again Beth Angeline approving the request. This time, if again it went for the Anusha user and Anji user. If they rejects the request, again it went for the manager approval. Now we can come and see what happening. Now it will be in the group manager again. So maybe Anusha user again is rejecting the request. So if Anusha user rejects the request, if Anusha user rejects the request, you can see. From this rollback activity again it went for the manager. There is no way to reject by the group members. Okay. No, I don't want like that. I don't want like that. So if group members are rejecting, I may send 3 times approval, three extra approvals. Still they are rejected. I don't want to proceed with this request. I don't want to proceed with this request. Now you can come here and just closing this order, close. I'm going to workflow editor. I'm just adding the turnstile activity. Utilities, you can bring turnstile activity. So by default, one time it will already go for the approval. I'm just adding the count. Allowed iterations, I'm just saying 2. This would be fine. Default approval process will go 1 time, right? Now extra adding 2 times. Continue, manage the approval. If cancel, you can reject. I'm just coming to here, even not taking any action on the approval. Okay. Yeah, again, these are clumsy. I'm just modifying something. Okay. This should be fine. Okay. So once it comes for the rollback activity, it only accepts 2 times movement. Okay. If it is third time also rejected the group members, it will reject the request. Okay. I'm just submitting, publishing. If it is approved, if it is properly approved, okay, this path will execute properly. If it is rejected, it will come to this path, and we are checking this turnstile and rollback activity now. Add user to group. Try it. Abraham Lincoln. Order now. Add user to group. Maybe manager approving the request. You can see the show workflow. So manager approving the request. Okay. Now it come for the approval group activity. Again, scroll down. Maybe Anusha user rejecting the request. Anusha user rejecting the request. One time rejected. Okay. One time rejected. Yes. Again, it went for the manager approval. Again, Beth Angeline again approving. Again and again, he's approving. Okay. So you can scroll down. Maybe this time Anju user reviewing the request and rejecting. Two times rejected. Two times rejected. You can come and see what happened. What happened? Again, it went for the manager approval. So again, manager, Beth always approving. Okay, manager is always approving, not an issue. If issue with the group members only, they are not accepting us. Okay. If we reject that time, maybe Anush, if if again Anji user, if rejects that time, this request should be cancelled. You can that time also they rejected. If rejected, request should be cancelled, closed incomplete. It will only seen two times. One is default rejected, in the default process rejected, and remaining two is with turnstile. We are controlling. Okay, this is rejected. You can see. Close, close, close. Again, I'm opening add user to group. Okay, so I'm going to Servicenow administrator group. I may remove Abel Tutor and Abraham Lincoln for time being. There, right? If they both approves, okay, the Abraham Lincoln successfully add to that group. Okay, add now. Add user to group. Open. Manager is approved. But then being approved. Okay. Maybe Anusha user is approving the request. Right. Workflow successfully completed. You can see close complete. You can go show workflow and it went for this part. Okay. I'm just stopping the class here. So this is one complete catalog item. Okay. Tomorrow I come up with another catalog item with different workflow activities. Okay. Okay. Today I have covered few workflow activities and next catalog item I may cover few more. So if you have any queries, let me know when I'm just stopping the recording.